Chairman Upton and Whitfield, ranking members Waxman and Rush, members of the committee, I thank you for this chance to appear before you today to lay out some of my priorities and vision for the next few years at the Department of Energy. It's my first opportunity to appear in the House as Secretary of Energy, and I look forward and hope to use these brief remarks to at least partially introduce myself to the committee as a basis for our work going forward. I've been working on energy, science, and security issues for most of my professional career, and I think it's known I served as DOE Undersecretary during the Clinton administration after serving as Associate Director in the Office of Science and Technology Policy. Most of my professional career has been at MIT, where I've been on the faculty since 1973, including serving as head of the Department of Physics and founding director of the MIT Energy Initiative in 2006. So today I'll lay out some of my vision for how the department can be best positioned to address the pressing challenges before us and touch on some of the initiatives in the President's Fiscal Year 2014 budget request for the Department of Energy. Now I'll organize some brief remarks around the DOE mission areas, starting with energy, technology, and policy. Well, since the President took office, it's been already said, in fact, by Chairman Upton, the global energy landscape has undergone a profound change. In the United States, oil and gas production has increased each year, while oil imports have fallen to a 20-year low. At the same time, renewable electricity generation has doubled, and carbon emissions have fallen to the lowest level in the United States in nearly 2 decades. But even with this increase in domestic oil and gas production, high gasoline prices impact American families and businesses every day and remind us that we are still too reliant on oil, and the risks of global climate change, as Mr. Waxman said, threaten the health, security, and prosperity of future generations. The President's FY14 budget request will help us double American energy productivity by 2030, save consumers and businesses money by saving energy, support groundbreaking research and innovation to leverage every domestic source of energy, from hydrocarbons to nuclear to solar and wind, and other renewables as well, like hydro and geothermal. The President's budget increases investments in DOE's applied energy programs. Among these are the energy innovation hubs, which bring together top scientists and engineers pursuing game-changing energy goals, and also the Advanced Research Projects Agency for Energy, ARPA-E, supporting high-impact early-stage technologies on the way to the marketplace. And I very strongly support both of those programs. I also served on the President's Council of Advisors on Science and Technology, and 2.5 years ago, that group recommended a new approach to trying to integrate various threads of energy policy, environment, security, economy, specifically by launching an administration-wide process termed the Quadrennial Energy Review, and I plan to work on that across the administration, but clearly also with input from the Congress, from the industry, from NGOs, and others. This will build on the Quadrennial Technology Review carried out in the Department in 2011, and to do this work, I feel it's very important that we beef up our analytical capabilities as the underpinnings of a fruitful discussion with all of the stakeholders. In science, DOE science programs really are a key part of the backbone of basic research in the physical sciences in the United States. Earlier this month, I took my first trip as Secretary. I went to Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Among other things, I saw Titan, the world's fastest supercomputer. By pursuing the research necessary to enable and build the next generation of supercomputers, we can help ensure continued U.S. leadership in this area. But we certainly cannot be laid back about it. International competition, especially from China, is closing in quite rapidly. While I was at Oak Ridge, I also visited the first hub called Castle, applying these large-scale computational tools to nuclear power reactors. It's producing product already, a virtual environment for reactors. The President's budget also continues support for the Energy Frontier Research Centers, which have been, in my view, a great success at many universities and laboratories across the country. On nuclear security and environmental remediation, I'll be brief, although these are clearly very important missions for the Department. The President's budget proposes, I think, a strong basis for transitioning to a smaller but always safe, secure, and reliable nuclear stockpile. It also strengthens the science, technology, and engineering base to maintain that safety and reliability over the long term. Environmental remediation at the many sites involved in decades of nuclear weapons production during the Cold War remains a major mission for the Department. This is a legal and moral imperative, and the President's budget proposal provides resources to clean up this legacy and continue the world's largest environmental remediation effort in the Department. Next week, I will visit the Hanford site, where we have some of our most difficult challenges in trying to reach eventual closure of all of these sites. Finally, improving the management and performance of the Department really is one of my top priorities as Secretary. I believe we need to do this to enable our pursuit of mission effectively. And I'll just say I've identified now particularly 4 areas where I would like to focus attention on improved management and performance. One is better integration of our science and energy functions. Second, elevating the focus through organizational change on management and performance as an enterprise-wide requirement. Third, security. We need clearer lines of authority and responsibility, and we will pursue that organizationally. And finally, I've already mentioned beefing up the analytical capacity in the Department and our laboratories as part of our analyzing policy. So in summary, the Department of Energy, I think, does have very significant responsibilities that bear on America's economic, energy, environmental, and nuclear security future. I've appreciated the opportunity to collaborate with members of this committee and with other members of Congress, both in my previous tenure at DOE, some of you were here then, and in the years since, and I'm committed to working with Congress in search for solutions to this country's energy and nuclear security challenges. Mr. Chairman, I've submitted a longer statement for the record, and I look forward to your observations, suggestions, and questions. Thank you.